record on this computer. And so we are live with Oakland Oak Jam, session number 227B. 227A was at noon for anybody who did not change their clocks, or it's at 2 o'clock in case you didn't change your clock. So I might be making all that up. I'm going to do some folk-americana today. It's kind of a busy session. I might go through it fast since we are recording. You could come back and look at some of this stuff. Of course, ask questions at any time, and especially when I'm not singing well, that is a great time to interrupt. Jane had asked months ago about Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. And so here we are. It did not make it into the original Folk-Americana songbook, and it will be in the revised edition, but I've been playing it since May. So, and I still make plenty of mistakes, so give yourself much freedom to make mistakes. Oh, I know what we should probably do. Here's a thought. Put up some music. That is a great idea, Bob. I don't know where the music is, though. I had it up earlier. What is that? What is that? I'm going to make my picture bigger just for fun. This happened last time. It's so crazy. I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask, don't tell. Click sliding away. It's funny how you set everything up before everybody comes on and then it all kind of slips away somewhere. That's the Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. Hopefully you all are seeing that. And we're going to take that down a notch. 75%. Maybe we'll go to 65%. And there's the whole darn song. It's a 3-chord song, G, C, and D. Hopefully you can see that. Each chord gets 8 beats, or 2 measures per chord.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, that's too bad.
I see your hard drive list.
Huh, okay. Okay, let me do this.
Yes.
I'm gonna go, I'm gonna stop my video and futz around here for a minute. See all of you, that's fun. That Speed of the Sound of Loneliness is up on my computer. That's 68%. You all are back. Share the screen. There's the songbook. Share the songbook. We should be.
There we got.
We should be almost good to go, except for my
We
video.
got it. Sound of Loneliness. Yep.
Well, that's good. Well, isn't that sweet? The folks at home, I hope that was enjoyable. We kind of specialize in side trips.
Was lots of fun.
We specialize in side trips with a computer.
The edit pad is in the way.
It
I
may
don't know
be
if does
time.
that go.
It may be time to shut down this program.
Does that edit pad go away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to move stuff around a little bit. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. Get out of here. That almost works.
Perfect.
Okay. So, where was I? There I am. I'll be darned. So, and then I screwed that up again. So I'm going to go see, as long as I'm screwing with things, let's see what's happening with the video. There we go. There's the OUJ action cam. Wendy is wondering why in the world she tuned into this, and I don't blame her one bit. So it's 4 beats. And you can down, down, up, up, down. 8 beats. 8 beats of D. Over and over and over and over again, the entire song. So you have now memorized Beat of the Sound of Loneliness. When I strum, and I'm going to strum the choruses, I'm picking up the middle finger on my G, and on the first strum, I'm putting it back down for a little, just a little hammer. I'm keeping my middle finger down so that when I play my C, I can hammer that also. You could do that off of an open string and bring your finger down. But it's a different, you're going from A to C instead of from B to C. So I kind of like to keep that middle finger down. You don't need to do that. That's icing on the cake. I'm just kind of showing some things to take a 3-chord song that's fairly simple to strum and make it into something a little bit different. And I try to make sure that I'm hitting that bottom string, that A string, so that you get a little bit of action down there. And then on the D, I'm hammering the bottom finger of my D, or the E string, however you play your D. And that's pretty much the whole song. For anybody familiar with the song, John Prine, of course, wrote it. Nancy Griffith does a great version. Nancy Griffith and John Prine together do a great version, and John Prine and Iris DeMent also do a great version. But what John Prine does is he picks it. And he picks it, and so I've muted my strings, and he picks it 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. And it took me about 2 weeks, 3 weeks to kind of get close to being able to do that. And the way you start, I think, is you go with your thumb and you do 3rd string, 4th string. So your 4 beats would be 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. And then your index finger is either hitting your 1st string or your 2nd string. So 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. And that's your 4 beats. And then to work in your 8th notes, you would do 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. So I've only introduced 1/8 note into the sequence. 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. And then you're doing 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4. And that's the third string, second string, fourth string. And when you put the two of them together, nice and slow, you get 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. And so your 3 and your 4 keep happening, but you're introducing an eighth note with your index finger. 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. 3, 4. But the incremental pieces to it are doing the 3, 4, 3, 4. And you could do the whole song. C, and then D, D. Just to get the rhythm of the thing. And then if you did the 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, you would do with your G. Just to introduce 1/8 note at a time. And then the second half is 3, 2, 4. And then you put those two pieces together and you get 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's your 4 beats. Now, because I've been playing it for 5 months, I can kind of mess around with some other stuff. And so that hammer that I do with the strum, I mix that into the picking pattern. So I do 3, 4 hammer, 3, 2, 4. But that, not only is the picking pattern icing on the cake, throwing in a hammer on top of that is really an extra piece of spice that you may want to try, maybe you don't want to try. You may be very, very happy with just strumming the whole song. And then the C is the same thing. 3, 4 hammer, 3, 2, 4. 3, 4 hammer, 3, 2, 4. 3, 4 hammer, 3, 2, 4. And then on the D, because I like that bottom string, that E string, hammered with the bottom finger of my D, I don't hit that until the end, and so the hammer comes at a different point in the sequence. 3, 4, 1, 3, hammer 4. Hammer 4. 3, 4, 1, 3, hammer 4. 3, 4, 1, 3, hammer 4. And that's the whole song. So if you have questions, then certainly shout them out, but we'll just kind of play through it nice and slow. It's a pretty song. It was written after brutal, I don't know what it was. John Prine describes it as not a very good breakup, as you can tell by the theme of the song. And so I've changed the lyrics at the end. It's all about what have you done the whole way through. And so I kind of changed it to, okay, what have I done, to include the singer as well, and then what have we done, assuming that there's two parts to every story, and probably there's some blame on all parties' sides. So the lyrics down at the bottom where I introduce what have I done and what have we done, those are all new. So if you do listen to any of the other versions, then you'll hear the original. Let's see. Questions? We okay out there?
I have a question.
Please.
So is there one, if you were doing the whole pattern, is there one pattern or are there two patterns?
One pattern.
And it's 3, 4 what?
3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. So if you look up at the top, C, G, A, C, E, G, And so you see your 4 beats there, C, G, C, G, and you're just introducing that A and the E as an 8th note in the space between the 4 beats. And so the timing is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, which is confusing when you want to name the strings 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So
Yeah. Okay,
but-
thanks.
so it's 3, 4, and 3, and 4. 3, 4, and 3, and 4. So you can see with the pattern, my thumb is just going 3, 4, 3, 4, and my index is just adding the extra 8th note. No, it's not intuitive whatsoever. As you may or may not remember me practicing this in the kitchen every morning for seemingly months. So there we go. Anybody else? I think it was in 1986, roughly, song. Somewhere in there when Janis Ian started working on it, and then her friend jumped in. And I have, no, John Prine, sorry. Different song. Forget that. John Prine, 1986, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. You come home late, you come home early. You come on big when you're feeling small. You come home straight, you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. Strumming now. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Pickin now. Well, I got a heart, burns with the fever. I got a weak and a jealous mind. How can a love that'll last forever get left so far behind? So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Picking the instrumental. It's mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow. cross the evil line today. How can you ask about tomorrow when we ain't got one word to say? So what in the world's come over me? What in heaven's name have I done? I've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. I'm out there running just to be on the run. So what in the world's come over us? And what in heaven's name have we done? We've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. We're out there running just to be on the run. We're out there running just to be on the run. We're out there running just to be on the run. Pickin' now. That was for Jane, of course. What the heck? What the heck? Sometimes I just play with the camera on the old ukulele. Nothing else going on. We're going to move right along. Let's see what's happening. Change this to the key of D. Couldn't sing it in C. I still don't know if I can sing it in D, but you know, we keep trying. Another pretty straightforward song. GA7 and D, the sus chords, of course, are there for just get a little bit of movement in your strumming. It's the idea anyway. You can see with the first verse, you've got 2 measures of G, 2 measures of D, 2 measures of A7. What I try to do is I try to do 2 beats, 2 beats, and then 4 beats instead of 4 beats and 4 beats. So I'll do 2 beats of G, down, down, up, and then I'll either add my pinky for G sus4, or I'll take out my middle finger for G sus2. So it's 2, 2, 4. And then with the A7, I'll do the same thing. I'll do 2, 2. I'll do A7 sus by putting a finger down, either leaving my index, moving it over to the 2nd fret, same string, beautiful chord, A7 sus4, leaving my index and putting my middle finger down, or putting my middle down and picking up my index, which is kind of a waste of energy and movement. And then the D, I try to do down, down, up on D. Try to push my bottom finger of my D out to that 3rd fret for D sus4. If you are playing your D with your top 3 fingers, your pinky is just waving around there wondering what to do, you could just let it touch ground on that second string, third fret, and then pull it back off again. Because I use my pinky, my D is not waving around anywhere, so I got to push it out. You could do that with your 3 fingers. You could push your ring finger out, pull it back in again, that's all. Or you could just forget the whole exercise and just play D. Totally up to you. It might be this land is your land. This land is down, down, up, down. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream. And this is, I think a lot of people do this vocally, but I'm trying to do it with the chords. Waters, single strum each, D, A7, G, this land. And again, I did the A7 sus4, I did this land was made for you and me. And most folks stop with that first D. But I want to continue to try to get us used to using sus chords, and so I threw this extra as a little exercise within the song itself. So that's kind of how I envision how that song goes anyway. If anybody has questions, if not, we'll just kind of wrap our arms around feel good, sing along. This land is your land. A 1, 2, 3, 4. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that garden valley. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and I rambled. I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, typo, while all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. When the sun came shining and I was strolling and the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, a voice was chanting and the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on the sign it said, no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That side was made for you and me. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can ever make return back. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Let's do that line again. This land was made for you and me. That's Woody Guthrie, 1940. That is kind of, when you talk about folk-americana, I think that's kind of classic folk-americana. This little light of mine is not bad either for this genre. From the supergroup Traditional, you all know the people who played in the supergroup Traditional. What is going on there? That's not going to be good, is it? That's not happening. I think we're going to, we're going to fudge right in on those G's. So those are all G's, I'll just tell you that. Any chord that's missing is a G. So, it doesn't want to move for me. Oh, it did move a little bit. Would you look at that? Hey, there is a God. So, again, you got G. I'm gonna let it shine. See this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. B7. 3 choices, maybe 7 choices, but take that G, you already got the form right there. Move it all up 1 string. I'm gonna let it E minor shine. But that G, you can also do a B7 in an E minor shape. And you're gonna go to E minor. So you may like doing that, 4-3-2 open, because you're gonna drop down to E minor shine. So that's kind of a question. You could certainly bar it. I'm gonna let it shine. So that's a G shape, 1 string up, a E minor shape, 1 string up from E minor, or a barred shape, which is barring the 2nd fret and then throwing a finger down on that 3rd string, 3rd fret. So those are kind of a question, a strategy question. What's your strategy? You like dropping from a high G shape to a low E minor shape? Or you like dropping from a E minor shape, high E minor shape, to a low E minor shape? That's a question. So what it was, I'm gonna let it shine. Slide over to A7 any way you want to. Let it shine. D7, any kind that you like. That's why I've got 2 D7s pictured. Let it shine, let it shine. Okay, so that's straightforward, kind of. 1 measure each on those. You start out with 2 measures each, and then you move to 1 measure each. Not too tricky there. What's tricky is I mucked it all up with all these numbers, 3-2-1, 3-2-1, 3-2-1, 3-2-1. What the heck? And the idea was you can hear, you have an old bluegrass band, you can kind of hear them move from chord to chord and section to section with a little run, a little riff. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And the question is always, how much of that do you do? How much of that can you do? And what is the timing on that? When do you start your little riff? And so the way it's going to work with this diagram, with this chord chart is you do your 4 beats of G. Down, down, up, up, down. And then do your next chord. In this case, it's a G. And then do your riff, 3, 2, 1. And it's a really simple riff because your fingers aren't moving anywhere. They're keeping the chord shape, and you're just taking your thumb and you're doing 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. So 4 beats of G. 5th beat of G, 3, 2, 1. And if you do 2-2-1 or 2-4-1 or whatever, the idea is just to kind of have fun, you know, get some more notes out of your ukulele. So you do that for, what is that, 4 measures? 3, 2, 1, G. G, 3, 2, 1, C. C, 3, 2, 1, C. G, 3, 2, 1, G. G, 3, 2, 1. Now it gets tricky. B7, 3, 2, 1. E minor, 3, 2, 1. A7, 3, 2, 1. D7, 3, 2, 1. G, 3, 2, 1, 4. At the end of each section, each 2 lines, even though in the first verse I forgot to put the 4 in, we're going to hit G, 3, 2, 1, 4. And that's our transition to the next verse. So, obviously, the strum in the 3-2-1 is another 4 beats. So if you just want to strum G or C or whatever it says, then just strum that. If you just want to strum B7, E minor, strum it away. A7, strum it away. D7, strum it away. And G. So totally up to you, but it is kind of a interesting exercise in having the feel of a transition riff from chord to chord to chord to chord. So let's just take a look at the first verse. Let's just try the first verse nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. 3, 2, 1. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Tricky now. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. 4. And then I tap 3 times, and then I go to this little light of grace. But we'll stop for a moment, see who has questions. See who has questions. That's English. Good. Good job, Bob. Well done. This little light of grace. 1, 2, 3, 4. This little light of grace, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of grace, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of grace, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. 3, 2, 1, 4. Oh! So that B7 that jumps out, all of a sudden you've got to be right in the game with the 3, 2, 1. And now we've got a nice little musical interlude, which is exactly the same as everything else we've been doing. 2, 3, 4. This little light of love, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of love, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now, for those of you who are out there going, that's too easy, could you do 3-3-2-2-1-1? Ah, little light of love. Maybe 3-3-2-2-1. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. I got all excited because I was doing so well. I forgot I had to change to another chord. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Ah. Let's do that last instrumental just for practice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Screwed it up again, twice. Let your light shine out. It's your time to shine. That's fun. I kind of enjoyed that. So this old town kind of has that feel of a song that was like written years ago, like in the 60s, like a Pete Seeger song or something. Peter, Paul, and Mary, something, I don't know, but Janis Ian was having writer's block, and she went to New Orleans, or not New Orleans, Nashville, and sat down with a friend, and she started a lyric, and then he did a lyric, and all of a sudden they had a song, and just so happened that Nancy Griffith called her, said, you know, Janis, I'm putting together this Folk-americana album called Other Voices, Other Rooms, and I'm looking for a song. And do you have a song? And Janis Ian said, well, it just so happens that I do. So this is one of many, many, many great songs on Other Voices, Other Rooms. Nancy Griffith's, one of her great albums. There's our D sus4 again. Push that finger out. So he does a D. This old town should have burned down. And I've got that A as 2 beats. Down, down, up. I've been playing it as a single strum. 1929. So you go from A to B minor 7. And I hit that A again just one time. That's when we stood in line, waiting for our soup, swallowing our pride. Next line is the same as the first line. This old town should have burned down in 1931 when the rain refused to come. Air filled up our bellies, dust filled up our lungs. And these are all single strums, and we thought our time had come. And this, and I might tap that out. And this old town was built by hand. I threw in a hammer in the dust bowl of the motherland. 3 quick beats. There must be rock town still stands. That little grayscale D is there for the very end. You end on a D. So don't worry about that just yet. You've got another 2 verses that are exact same as the first 2 verses. Another chorus. So what is that? A, B, A, B. And then you've got this interlude down here that's somewhere in the distance. This B minor 7 thing down here. And so you've just finished D sus 4, D 4 beats, D sus 4, and you go to B minor 7. Somewhere in the distance, the city lights do shine. Sidewalks gleam with neon dreams that call from time to time. And when my children's children ask me why I didn't go, they say the heart of any town is the people that you've known. So now it's like the second line of, the second verse, and the second line of the fourth verse with the G A, and then the single strums. They'll always call you home. I hit that G and then I hesitate a little bit. A. And and then you go back up to the chorus. This old town was built by hand. I had time. Shouldn't say that I didn't have time, because I've got all kinds of time, but I didn't do it. But what I want to do is the end of the chorus, that last chorus, must be rock beneath the sand, oh, I'll be damned. This town still stands. D sus 4, D sus 4. I'm going to hit that B minor 7 that's right above. I'm going to hit that again, and I'm going to do the second line here a second time. So when I redo that, this line will be in grayscale a second time in this little space underneath here. And so I'm going to hit that B minor 7. There must be rock beneath the sand, I'll be damned. This town still stands. And this time I'll end on a D. So I'll try to call that out when we go there. But if somehow you think we finished and I'm still playing and singing, that's what happened. What I just explained there, up in the thing over there. Over there. Where is it? Over there. Yeah, over there. Okay. Who's got questions? We won't do it too fast. Nice and slow. Really sweet song. Listen to Nancy Griffith when you get a chance. And I think I posted on Facebook, Janis Ian performing it like maybe in somebody's dining room or something, and telling the story, doing the origin tale about the song. So that's really, so if you Google Janis Ian, This Old Town, that's pretty good. I just heard the door move, so we could have an explosion of canine craziness here. I'm on the second measure. This old town should have burned down in 1929. There he is. That's when we stood in line. Hey, sweetie, waiting for us soon. It's okay, swallowing our pride. I think he smells Amy. This old town should have burned down in 1931 when the rain refused to come. Air filled up our bellies, dust filled up our lungs, and we thought our time had come. And this old town was built by hand in the dust bowl of the motherland. There must be a rock burned down in 1956. That's when the twister hit, and all our hopes were buried. Last men went to war. They came back different. Third verse, if they came back at all. Now, this old town should have burned down in 1956. That's when the twister hit. All our hopes were buried beneath the boards and bricks, and we almost called it quits. And this old town was built by hand in the dust bowl of the motherland. There must be rock beneath the sand. Oh, I'll be damned. This town still stands. Gonna go to B minor 7 down near the bottom somewhere. Somewhere in the distance, the city lights do shine. Sidewalks gleam with neon dreams, call from time to time. When my children's children ask me why I didn't go, they say the heart of any town is the people that you've known. They'll always call you home. And this old town was built by hand in the dust bowl of the motherland. There must be rock beneath the sand. Oh, I'll be damned. This town still stands. This is where we're going back up to that single strum B minor 7. Here we go. There must be rock beneath the sand. Oh, I'll be damned. This town still stands. And with that D, here we go. Ah, what a sweet song. Highly encourage a little extracurricular poking around and listening to Janis Ian or Nancy Griffith on that one. Let's see what we're going to do here. And if you stayed for this long, don't leave before the dramatic ending. Well, we'll do the dramatic ending. Of course, we'll go over it. So, let's see. Let's do this. Let's see if the overhead cam is going to work for me. Let's see. OUJ action cam. Come on, buddy. Let's see what's happening. Oh, my goodness. There it is. Okay. You can almost see that. Let's do that. Okay. We're doing, so this is your OUJ Ukastanic exercise of the day, but we're doing it as a part of the song. We're doing G. We're adding a pinky, pulling off a pinky, pulling off a middle finger. So we're going to do this over and over and over again throughout the song. We're going to do 2 beats each, so it's going to be off, off. G7, same thing. Add, off, off. Then what happens? C. Oh, C add 9. This is so exciting. So we are so used to adding that F for C sus4 in many, many, many songs. But we never go over here to the, except for maybe it's Can't You See, I think. Maybe it's in Can't You See, but we rarely ever add that D note. And that chord is actually called C add 9. So we're going to do 2 beats, add, and if you can't figure out what I'm doing, that is the 3rd string, 2nd fret. My fingers just locked up, which is always exciting on the last song. And then back. There's an E minor in there that we do for 8 beats. And then G7, which we just did, that progression that we just did, and then the C progression. With the C progression, so we're going to add a diminished chord at some point in this song. And so I recommend with the C progression, go ahead and play your C with your pinky. And it makes that add 9 really simple, really nice and loose and fluid. Yes, of course you could do it with your, but my ring finger tends to flatten out. It does something funky. Yeah, it's okay now, but anyway, if you're used to playing your C with your pinky, then layering 3 fingers over the top in the form of a G for your diminished chord becomes really fast and smooth and easy because you've already got 1 finger. Otherwise, we're going to be doing a C. Diminish, and everything's got to reconfigure. So I highly recommend you use your pinky for your C. Even though down below it'll say pinky C before the diminished chord to try to remind you to use your pinky, you can start at the very beginning of the song, even though it doesn't say pinky C. When we get to the diminished chord, we're going to do that for 4 beats. And then we're going to take the whole form and move it up to the 5th fret. So that'll be exciting. So it's the same notes, but just in a different configuration. So it harmonizes. It's like taking your B flat and taking it up to the 5th fret. You know, it's the same series of notes. It's just reconfigured. So that we're going to do 4 on C diminished. Take it up to the 5th fret. And then the very next chord, and where is all this? It's all down here at the bottom of this first big shaded area. C diminished 5th fret. The very next chord down here in the unshaded part is E minor. Guess what? 2 of your fingers, 2, that one and that one, are on the right strings in the right shape for E minor. So you can slide them right back and put your index finger down. Oh my God, what? 5th fret. Oh, smoothness. Smoother than butter. So that's a thought there. We're going to go from the 5th fret diminished chord to an E minor. 5th fret diminished chord to an E minor. Oh, that is sweetness. So that's almost all of the components of the song, except at the very, C minor. We do a C, add 9. And then a C minor for, just like with the E minor, for 8 beats. So you're all ready. If you're using your pinky, then all you have to do is plop 2 fingers right down over your pinky for open 3-3-3. So that's not too hard. What else? Yeah. So now the dramatic, if you've been here this long, this is the big payoff for your huge investment in time. The very last line. True love will find you in the end. 2 beats on G. Keep that shape. Here's your G shape. Keep that shape. Take it to the 5th fret. Take it to the 7th fret 2 times. Take it to the 12th fret. And back to G. So that's twice. Regular G. 5th fret. 7th fret, 12th fret, slide it all the way back. Isn't that sweet? So what is that really? That's a G, that's a B flat, that's a C, and that's an F, and then a G. So you could play G, B flat, C, F, and G, but that doesn't sound anywhere near as neat as. So that's supposed to be the sound of true love, finding true love in the end, or true love finding you in the end. Doesn't this sound like true love finding you in the end? Oh my God, that's like heaven on earth. So, let's play this song before everybody falls asleep. Just 2 beats each, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? Don't do that. Get that out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and slow. Add that 9. Ah. True love will find you in the end. You find out just who was your friend. Don't be sad, I know you will. Don't give up until stack 'em. True love will find you in the end. This is a promise with a catch. Only if you're looking will it find you. 'Cause true love is searching too. But how can it recognize you unless you step out into the light, the light? Diminished chord, layer that G, 5th fret, slide back to E minor. Don't be sad, I know you will. Don't give up until true love will find you in the end. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. 5th fret. Don't be sad, I know you will. Don't give up until you in the end. True love will find you in the end. True love will find you in the end. 5th fret, 7th fret, 12th fret. Oh, you all are so kind to hang out, goof off, kill an hour, whatever. Oh, I know what we're supposed to do here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Whatever. It's goofing off here. Where is that thing at? There it is. Oh, thanks for putting up with the shenanigans. Computers are my life.
Too wonderful, Bob.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
fun. Yay.
Very good. Well, go out and use it over again. Practice something, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Anything stunning in the chat that I need to know about? No, we're all good. Molly says no, forget the chat. Okay. All right.
What was for lunch, Molly?
I think we'll see you on Saturday. I think we're down to our last 15 folk-americana songs. So we're getting close to finishing this whole thing off. I got to go check and see when we got this started, if it was March or April or when the heck it was. But we've almost gotten all the way through. So pat yourselves on the back for sitting through 100 songs and hopefully finding a handful that you really like. And hopefully there was one or two today. I think that was a really nice set. And I'm glad you were here for it. So thanks so much.
Oh,
Thank you, Bob.
thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, it was
Thank-
just wonderful. Yeah, thank